You're very welcome back to the programme. Well, tonight the Rise Mini Marathon is taking place in Portlaoise. Musician Frances Black set it up to support families affected by addiction. That's the Rise Foundation itself. She joins me now, but first of all, Frances, thank you first for coming in. But let's take a quick look at a clip of you singing. This is from your new album, Stronger.
Stayed in bed all morning just to pass the time. There's something wrong here, there can be no denying. One of us is changing, or maybe we've just stopped trying. And it's too late, baby, now it's too late. Though we really did try to make it. Something inside.
Like looking at myself at all.
It's great, Frances. How's it going, the new album?
Yeah, it's doing really well. I was delighted. I think I went to #5 in the indie charts, which was brilliant. And
really? Congratulations.
Yeah, and we're hoping to bring out another single from it in the next month or so. So I'm delighted.
I'm surprised you've time for any of this music with all the work you're doing with Rise. I mean, and like well, let's go back to the beginning. Why did you set up Rise?
Well, the Rise Foundation is an organisation that supports family members who have loved ones in addiction. And I've spoken very openly about my own recovery from addiction. And I suppose in the last 10 years I went back to college because I'm intrigued the way, I suppose, alcoholism has taken over our country. Really, I sometimes worry about, the state that our country is in. It's almost like we're seeped in alcohol. So I went back to college to become a therapist, and I ended up training in the Rutland Treatment Centre, and then I stayed on as a therapist there, a locum therapist. And I suppose it was there that I started to work with family members, and I saw the heartache and the heartbreak and the devastation and the anxiety, and I just really felt that family members needed their own supports away from, the actual person in addiction.
Yeah, it's interesting because most people think, well, if we can just get rid of the addiction or get the person dry or off the drugs or whatever, it's fine. Yeah. But actually the family have been traumatised throughout the entire period.
Well, it's a family disease and everybody's impacted by it, and including the person in addiction, and I understand because I'm in recovery myself, so it is very difficult.
You were a drinker yourself?
Yeah, it was alcohol for me.
For how long?
Well, I don't know, I suppose from teenage years up until my mid to late 20s, and a long time ago. So, so I suppose for me, I just realised the impact that it has on the individual, but I never really realised until I started to work in the Rutland about the impact on family. And, so people were devastated, and I really wanted to actually set up a treatment centre for family members so as that they can step into their recovery and get an understanding of how to cope and coping skills.
Does it also facilitate, if you just say it's an alcoholic, they get off the drink and they go back into a family that has not been treated in any way, is that more likely to put that person back into addiction? Like, is the family's recovery part of the addict's recovery too?
I think so. I think and the person in addiction's recovery is part of the family's recovery, and the family's recovery is part. Absolutely. I think, as I say, it's a family. So even if the person in addiction goes into recovery, the family still need their recovery. I really believe that, and that's very, very important, because it's insidious. It creates absolute havoc and chaos and hurt and pain and anxiety. And we have family members who have gone through so much heartache, and family members have the highest stress-related illnesses like maybe cancers, heart disease, irritable bowel, all of that, no sleep, depression. So it's really important that they step into their own recovery because, if there's children involved, for example, or even brothers or sisters or parents, whatever it is.
Yeah, it's
very important.
I know our reporters out in Coolmine this morning. They're celebrating 40 years today of treating addiction, and it's really interesting. I was out in Coolmine myself a few weeks ago, and even though like many of the people there would have heroin addictions or benzodiazepine addictions, it's almost always alcohol is the primary drug. Yeah. It's the thing that gets people into trouble first.
Absolutely, and it'll bring them back maybe to whatever it is that their primary addiction is. If somebody says maybe goes into recovery from heroin, if they go back drinking again, the chances are that they might go back into taking heroin again.
It's a big problem or whatever with methadone, it might be, isn't it? When they put onto methadone, that they replace the heroin with alcohol. Exactly,
but alcohol in Ireland is the primary problem, I really believe.
Do you think enough has been done to address it?
Well, I do. I think there's small changes now. I think it definitely, and I know there's a report that has come out, I think it was last year, Roisin Shortall was very involved in it, and there was 42 recommendations, and I would love, and I think there's kind of a shift now to start putting that, to implement that
although
report.
that is the third in line of reports on alcohol, and they're slow in putting recommendations
and I don't know
into
why
place.
that is, because I really believe that the alcohol issue in Ireland is core to everything else that goes on. It plays a huge role in all the mental health issues. It plays a huge role in the suicide issue.
Yeah.
So really, I really feel that it's absolutely vital from a government point of view that it's addressed.
Frances, tonight's event, I assume it's a fundraising event. I mean, you know, everybody's struggling for money. We heard Coolmine talking about their struggles for money. Is that a big issue at the moment with Rise?
Yeah, and that's where we identify with Coolmine. Coolmine are a fantastic organisation, but I think we're really struggling financially, and we don't get any core funding at all from any government. So from our point of view, we have wonderful, wonderful volunteers out there who are running different events for us, and the women who are running the event tonight are fantastic, and it's in Portlaoise, and it's meeting.
But you're not running yourself.
I can't run tonight, unfortunately. I am doing the Flora mini marathon, but I can't do this tonight, unfortunately, because I have to go somewhere after. But I will be there to kind of say good luck to everybody, and I'll be there for the first hour, and then I have to head off, unfortunately, because of another commitment that I have. But it's in Portlaoise tonight at the Centre Point. We're meeting in the Centre Point car park, and there should be music at 6:30.
6:30. Okay.
Yeah, so to be there around 6:15. There's music, there's crack, there'll be a great atmosphere. So if you're in Portlaoise, please come.
All right. Well, listen, thank you very much indeed for coming in this morning, and best of luck this evening.
Thank you so
now.
much, Keelin.
Thanks.
Thank you.